Is Amazon buying foreclosures? That's the big news. Stay tuned as you want to find out if they are and more. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ask Rinde. I'm Rinde Adebayo, digital entrepreneur, real estate entrepreneur, and top producing real estate agent here in New Jersey. And welcome to Ask Rinde. If it's your first time at the channel, please hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. I do videos about foreclosure, income, and credit, and I would love to have you as a part of our growing network all around the country. So you may have heard by now that Amazon has entered the real estate market. Yes, Amazon is now in the real estate market. Recently, headlines have been made all over regarding Amazon's entry into the real estate market and industry. And basically what they did was form a joint venture. They formed a joint venture with who else but the largest real estate brokerage in the U.S., Realty. Realty is the largest brokerage in the U.S. with brokers under their outfit and their umbrella, such as Sotheby's, ERA, and many, many more. They have thousands of agents. And so the venture is supposed to be a win-win where Realty will get buyers that are coming through Amazon and basically be able to offer them not only to purchase a home, but then give them incentive to use Amazon's home services products, which in turn can actually lead them from savings or benefit from anywhere from $1,500 to up to $5,000. So it's a win because Amazon then gets a chance to monetize potential buyers that are coming through them. Realty gets a chance to facilitate that and also basically help Amazon sell their home services business and increase revenue there. I feel like Amazon coming into the real estate market in any way can pretty much lead up to you seeing people sell their homes on Amazon. There's nothing that stops them from becoming a large brokerage and pretty much dominating that field because of the volume of people that are coming into and through their platform. Now, how does this play out? How does this affect us when it comes to foreclosures? Does it mean that Amazon then is going to be directly involved in buying properties, et cetera, et cetera? Well, that remains to be seen. We'll have to see what happens, what the future holds. My opinion is that there's definitely an opportunity for them to move into that sector, especially looking at other outfits have come from the e-commerce world that have actually tried to tap into the real estate market and have gained a foothold, such as Zillow, Opendoor, iBuyer. All these platforms have basically become major players in real estate. Most times people are looking for properties, are searching, etc. They're going through the internet first. 85% of homeowners or home buyers start their search there first. They don't look at books and newspapers like when we started. I was old school. We used to have these magazines that people would look through to be able to find a home. Now everything is online. And so with that being said, where that ties into foreclosures is because what we're seeing is that the loan modification approval ratings have gone down to less than 1%. The lenders are now approving less than 1% of loan modification applications. Why is that? And how do you think that ties in with Amazon? Well, it's a big factor and it's an actual direct correlation because the lenders and the servicers of the mortgagers, for every major player that enters the real estate market, for them, they're looking at, it says dollar signs. It's like ding, 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 dollar signs. They look at it as this is one more consortium. This is one more buyer. This is one more group that we can actually count on to be able to divest these properties, these assets, these toxic loans, whatever the case are, off on, where we can actually sell it on the back end. We have an end buyer. Keep this in mind. The bank and the servicers for the mortgage companies, they know the market. They know what's going on. They know when inventory is low. They play the game, okay? So they understand what's going on not only nationally, but also locally. And so whether or not it's a major consortium such as Amazon, whether it is iBuyer, whether it is Zillow has now rolled out their flip program because Zillow pretty much has been dying for the last number of years. They're very unprofitable. Their platform is pretty much like, it's pretty much like a smokescreen. For us who are in the real estate industry, I can't understand why realtors have empowered Zillow to get to that point where they could basically call shots and be a threat at all. But, there again, that's something that happened and unfortunately we're dealing with it now. But Zillow's platform has been very unprofitable for a long time. And the thing about it is, ironically, the same people that empowered them or that they got to pay them to advertise, such as realtors. Realtors are the bulk share of basically the advertisement dollars and revenues that come into Zillow. But the thing about it is that many people have woken up to realize that the so-called quote unquote leads that are coming through Zillow, most of them are not worth it. They're not worth what they're charging you. And so that being said, that has driven Zillow's revenues down and basically has made them, I would say, probably a black sheep on Wall Street. Many people and analysts forecast their demise. So what they did was they decided to come out with a quote unquote white knight, and that is a flip program. And pretty much they would enter the real estate market and they would pretty much buy your home. So you have all these major players such as Zillow, iBuyer. You also have Nakka. Nakka is a government program that basically is for buyers, and they allow them to be able to purchase with no money down, also no closing costs, and they funded over $10 billion in loans. A lot of people don't know about Nakka, but they exist, they're available, and they are another player that the banks are looking at to basically offset. So the way the scenario works is this. You go and you apply for loan modification, you're in trouble. The banks now know that there are two things that are going on. Right now, interest rates are at record low. I think 30-year fix right now is at 3.75%. And so they know that locally, in your area, there are many people running around talking about we buy houses and all this stuff. So you have these small investors, these local investors that are purchasing at fever pitch rates, that are buying properties for investment. This is different than basically, we're talking about people who are buying expensive homes. Most people right now are looking to basically get cash flow. They're looking for that rental income. And so what the banks and the servicers know is the fact that if they do not cooperate with you and your property goes to foreclosure and they are able to take it from basically where it is right now all the way through to auction, they're going to get somebody to buy that property at the auction. Most of the time, they're going to get an investor to purchase the property at the auction. Whether you're in a judicial or non-judicial state, it doesn't matter. Someone's going to buy it. And here, let me tell you why. Because the investors that are going and purchasing these properties, they're buying these properties with the low rates right now. They're buying it at 30-year fix, 3.75%. Some people are buying it, they're putting more money down and even getting a better rate. And then at the same time, the rental market is fever high, it's fever pitch high. So they're able to purchase the property, right? They're able to purchase a property for a low rate and a low mortgage payment, and then turn around and then actually fix the property up, spruce it up, what have you, and then rent it out for a lot more money. So they have a cash flow long term that's basically coming to them, and it makes them happy. And that's the incentive for a lot of investors right now moving around. And the lenders and the servicers know this. They know and they realize that the end buyer that can actually take these properties off of them, the bank has already made their money off your loan. They've made the money off the interest of the note already. So for them to actually sell it on the back end and not cooperate with you, go through the whole motion of giving you a loan modification, basically being stuck with the loan, not knowing what Wall Street's going to do and what's happening with the trade war with China and how it's going to affect the real estate market, etc. They'd rather just basically go ahead and allow the property to go to sale and basically make triple what they already made, because they've already made the principal on your property a long time ago. So with that being said, they already understand the end game. They know that with all these consortiums and any major player that enters the market, it just sweetens the deal for them. It means that they can divest of the asset easier on the back end. They know that it's more competitive there. And so what that does basically is puts us in a position where we then have to actually become more astute as to how we're going to save our homes, more astute as to how we're going to get and navigate the loan modification process to ensure success, and know how to actually work them and play them at their own game. And that's something that obviously we specialize in. We work at very vigorously to understand all the loopholes, understand all the changes, because it's constantly changing, guys. I'm telling you, so many things are going on right now, and we're watching things closely. We're talking to the insiders. We're seeing what things are coming down the pipe as far as regulation and things that could affect us, because 9 times out of 10, when you're on here and you're watching videos regarding foreclosure, there are people who are teaching people how to get properties for cheap. That's basically what it is. So at this point, it's pretty much like us against them. We're one of the few that are talking about how to help you retain your asset and showing you unique ways how to hack your income and what to do to be able to keep it. And so you just have to be aware of the fact that the lenders are looking at things like these moves, these headlines with Amazon and all these other major headlines to pretty much sweeten their position. And you have to be also strategic. You have to be clear as to what you're looking to try to do as far as your game plan, what you are going to do if your backup is against the wall. So we're always here for you. I strongly encourage you to join the network and get started today. We are available to help you navigate this troubled waters. I do expect more foreclosures basically coming in the next year, and we feel like there's going to be a major wave. And the only way that you can actually navigate these things is by basically having clarity, having a game plan, and being structured, and being strategic. You have to have an advantage. You need the advantage. So we're available for you. You can actually email me askrindynetwork@gmail.com. Join the network, askrindy.com. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.